welcome back to Well Momo, why don't you try watching something new, episode 2. I feel like shit, so I figured it would be the perfect time to watch a movie I've been putting off for a very long time. I also thought that this would be really funny to have this be episode 2. Going from the Minecraft movie to Tetsuo the Iron Man, which is the subject of today's video. I'm probably not going to have as much to say on the matter as I did with the Minecraft movie. So far, this has just been a good movie. This is like... It's definitely more of a kind of art movie, I guess. The basic plot outline is that, from what I can remember at least, is that there's a salaryman who accidentally hits this metal fetishist, and the metal fetishist puts like a death hex on him, and he gets chased around by the curse, and it does some pretty fucking crazy shit. Fucking great use of practical effects so far. I was not expecting the pegging scene, and that's real. Look it up. So I am going to pause the video or pause the recording and keep watching. I'm about 21 minutes in. Got to the got the intro done. Introduction to our salaryman character, who has this he finds like a weird bump on his face while he's shaving, and puts like one of those giant square band-aids over his face, and it's such a sweaty movie too. It just looks, it's an avenue for some pretty gnarly special effects. Good stuff. Wow, I look like shit right now. Damn, girl. I should fucking shave at some point. Oh well. So, I'll see you in a bit. It's a little difficult to tell what parts of the... Because it'll shift between showing off his crazy physical deformities, and it'll cut back and he looks like it's fine. It's kind of hard to tell how much is in his head and how much isn't. But I also like to think that it's like these two crazy realities are both happening simultaneously. So it's like, yeah, he's turning into like a fucked up half man, half metal monster, but it's like he can, not like he can just switch back, but it'll just sort of switch back and it plays with damn, I wish I could think right now. My fun illness is kicking my ass. But it's just it's interesting so far, seeing how it shifts perceptions of reality around, how much of this is in its head, how much is actually happening. Because like, he got like chased by a lady earlier and had to like defend himself in a garage. It was fucking crazy. Good shit. Alright, back to it. Transcendent metal nut. This movie has some very harsh sound design. I like a penis drill. This kind of sad. Kind of a sad moment. It's like if you've ever seen like The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, it's kind of a similar vibe of like an allegorical strange disease that is tearing apart a relationship, confusing those afflicted and the loved ones of the afflicted. It's like AIDS or any other disease that'll ravage, ruin your life, scare you and your loved ones. Sad, but it's also like the scene right before the couple crying is like the penis drill. It's some interesting tonal shifts. That's rough, bud. That's oof. That's oof. Oh yeah, this he God damn. He went from like the he's the antagonist now. Jesus Christ. I want to taste my sewage pipe. Fucking gross. Oh, it's not a movie you want to watch while you're eating. Fucking hell. Oh, yeah. If um oh if you oh whew, it's hitting the same neural pathways that like the Death Stranding toenail scene hits. Oh, I'm shriveled up. My butthole is puckering into my mouth. It's crazy. Oh my god. It's it's oh, like it's almost as bad as nail stuff. Like I don't expect the metal parts to be squishy, but then the body horror just gets cranked up another notch. It's like they are not fucking around with this movie. It's whew. I thought Visitor Q was weird. This is, I mean, it's still weird, but it's just a different. God damn. I feel like the industrial decay showcased in the film is a character in and of itself. It's like a some sort of like big industrial boom, and it's finally sort of like tapering off in a way that just looks rotten. And like that industrial rot itself is what has like it's like that's the real villain, I guess. It's pretty good. Very disorientating, but pretty good. Okay, so I just gotta explain though what is causing this to happen. It definitely feels more of like a metaphor, where it's not like literally a piece of metal in his brain, but it's more of like, I don't know, this like not just like metal fetish he got from the fetishist, but it's like an evil kink, which is kind of problematic, but it's interesting. It's interesting. Also, piece of metal in his head. Is that a motherfucking Metal Gear reference? I really like the stop motion bits, especially when they're going down the streets and it's just meow. Just it just tickles me. Oh, just like in Eidvine Cybermancy. Yeah! Let's fucking go! We have Toxic Yaoi too! Hell yeah. This movie just has a little something for everyone. It's wonderful. Great. Bring the whole fucking family. Our salary man has quite the beak now. It's impressive. Also, should have had that TV for his head. That would have been fucking sick. Stuff with let me try that sentence again. Characters with objects for heads will always be cool. This is a universal fact. But now he's got like that. He looks like the main character from MDK. Just beak. Fun stuff. Fucking rocket skates, man. I I was not expecting them. Who the fuck is this new guy? Oh, it just... there's a fucking bonk that looked way too real to be a practical effect. Good. I think he actually hit his head. That sounded way too realistic. That was gayer than gay sex. I'm very interested to see what they're gonna look like now, because I get the feeling they're gonna look like a Power Rangers villain. We'll see in a second. It still looks a little goofy, but it doesn't look like a Power Rangers villain. It's a pretty sick way to come out, honestly. That fucking ruled. That might be one of my new favorites. Definitely story light, but that was such a fun audiovisual experience. Amazing. Like, sometimes the practical effects can look a little goofy and plasticky, but it still looks fucking phenomenal. Like, I would this is gonna sound a little disrespectful, I guess, but I would like to see like a reanimated version of this as like a full-on anime, because I'm thinking about like those scenes in like Akira where it's like his arm is like exploding out onto the thing, turns into a big gore baby. Kind of similar vibe, not exactly, but like I can sort of see like how it could be like adapted almost in my mind's eye. Cool shit, really cool shit. Definitely. Oh, it's. I'm speechless. This was exactly what I needed to see to help me feel better. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna pause the recording real quick so I can tally up the points. Right back. Alright, it's a little... Guess I'll just sort of go through my notes now before I give my final score. Love the effects, +1. Love the music. Love the music, +3. So much good lighting, +2. This is a movie about a death hex cast by a metal fetishist. Kinda. Salaryman was not ready for the blue-collar metal fuckers. He is literally fucking her up a wall, bitey. God, this movie is damp. Transcendent metal nut. Penis drill, +1. Wild way to have a relationship end. That's rough, buddy. Laying pipe, Jesus, he just went for the outlet. He just tried to fucking kill himself at some point. It didn't work. It's like the metal fetish was aggressively cursed on him. Violent ruination hex. It really does turn him into a dickhead. Like, even... Well, because it's so weird. This guy's already kind of a dickhead, because it was just like him and his wife hit this guy, and then instead of like taking him to the hospital, they just left him in the middle of the woods and had sex in front of him. I think I have a note on that in a second. Sewage pipe, ew. Oh shit, she got him. Sex, death, and violence. Yeah, no, she didn't get him. He got her. This is almost as bad as nail stuff. Yeah. Yep. Main theme slaps. Fucking awesome set design. I bet this movie... I bet these guys smell fucking awful. Mad Priest of Metal. Got a really cool shot of the fetishist. Every time it shows stop motion, I wanted to keep going. Yeah, that was until the fight scene at the end, where it's just like, this is getting a little silly, but it still fucking slaps. Evil metal in your brain, that's the death hex. There he is, the Iron Man. Crux Mechanicum complete. Yeah, he accidentally kills his girlfriend with his giant penis drill, and then he takes a bath and he just sizzles in the bathtub for a second. And then when he wakes up, he's like full Iron Man. Also, ew, put your tube away. He kisses her with his weird throat tube. She was there too, yeah. Talking about the car crash again. They picked him up instead of taking him to the hospital. Left him in a forest and fuck in front of a metal fetishist. Yep. some pretty extreme voyeurism. He goes for the outlet again. I think this gets the attention of the fetishist, and he starts like doing like a weird psychic metal attack. But so it's like it previews the fight, and then like you just see him fucking meow with his rocket skates. I say rocket skates, it's more like the fucking gunk boosters from Cruelty Squad. Just a bunch of metal shit coming out of the back of his feet. Kitty, no! Some cat dies. It's not cool. I'm sure the cat's fine though, but Magnet Magic, Dead GF is back. Yep, just like Evil Dead, Dead Girlfriend comes back for a surprise attack. And then she turns into goop, and the fetishist teleports through her goop body. And then there's some toxic yaoi. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm gonna show them metal world. It's gonna be real. This new crazy awesome world that he's making appears to just it just eats all your flesh and replaces it with metal wires and stuff. You have the bird mask guy from Pathologic, or the protagonist of MDK. He pulls the TV off of them, and it has this. He's got the beak. Then they have their fight, which is just a very large I say it's a stop motion battle. It's like they're trying to animate like this street fight that's going on at great speed. Can't quite get it. It does look neat though. I think it looks neat. A hobo shows up to to hit the fetishist with another fucking piece of metal. And then there's after he gets his ass beat by the tramp, he like lands on the ground and like hits his head on a metal pipe, and there's a fucking donk in it. That's like he really hit his head. It looks like he really hit his head. I felt that bonk in my soul. Salaryman gets desnouted. They have a round 2. It is very silly the way he's grisping at the air to make his psychic metal powers work, but I'm also glad he's not just holding out his hand like he's 11. He starts like the Salaryman lands in a factory, and the fetishist shows back up, and then he just goes like a bunch while music plays, and that makes the factory and all the metal sort of attack the Salaryman and sort of pin him up against the wall. And then he gets orbed. It's turned into an orb. Bro got orbed. And then the fetishist's hand pops off, turns to a gun, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna finish you for real." And then the fucking penis drill returns, and the Salaryman gets a 4 finisher. But last ditch effort, the fetishist like extends his neck and head out of the Salaryman's giant metal body, and then it like wraps around and comes back, and they sort of merge into each other, and they have like, it would have been gayer if it would have been less gay if they were just having anal sex on screen. But then it's I realized that there was a bit on it that said New World, and I was like, oh, they turn into this giant fucking penis statue. The fetishist at the top gets like an Uzi, but then the quote, "Our love can destroy this whole fucking world." Solid. Good shit. Love it. Giant living metal penis statue. The end, and it says game over at the end. After the credits are done. Very short credits too. This is really it's an indie film. But yeah, that was Tetsuo the Iron Man. I gotta say, final score, 32 out of 10. Good shit. If you're into industrial noise metal, it's a great movie. If you like really gnarly practical effects and body horror, it's a good movie. Reminds me a lot of the music, especially reminds me of like, if you're familiar with the Italian futurist movement, which is like an objectively fascist art movement that was going on at the time. Not at the time of recording, but like way before that. They had like this kind of music that was very industrial and sounded like shit, and this sounds like a good version of that. It sounds like good industrial noise. I need to track down a copy of the soundtrack and maybe look at some behind-the-scenes footage. I'd love to see if there are any of the props still around for sale, even if the props were made of like scrap metal and garbage. Good stuff. If you like good music and interesting visuals, highly recommend it. But yeah, this has been oh god, this has been, well, Momo, why don't you try something new? Episode 2. I will do Day of the Jackal eventually. Yeah.